This terrifying story comes from a viewer who lives in Tetouan, Morocco. Peace be upon you, my name is Ashraf. I am 22 years old. I live in Tetouan with my parents and 3 siblings. Ever since I was a child, I was fascinated by stories of the Jinn. I used to tell myself, if we live here, then surely they live among us too. In our neighborhood, there was an abandoned school. Everyone whispered that it was haunted. I was the youngest among my friends, but always the most daring. At night, we would sneak in carrying candles, salt, and sometimes a Quran, hoping to witness something unusual. Most of the time, we only found strange drawings carved into the walls. But one night, while mocking the Jinn to make them appear, a stone suddenly slammed against the wall beside us. We froze in terror, then ran, but secretly, I was happy. I thought finally, I saw proof they're real. The next day I came home exhausted, but what I found there I will never forget. My little aunt, who lived with us like a sister, was lying on the floor. Her eyes rolled back, her skin pale, her fingers twisted unnaturally. A sheikh was reciting Quran over her, while my mother stood crying. My heart dropped. She was possessed, and I could unstop thinking. Was this because of what we did in that abandoned school? Did we bring them here? That night, her behavior grew worse. She laughed for no reason, devoured food like she hadn't eaten in days, and spoke in a strange language none of us understood. One night, I woke up to find her standing beside my bed, smiling. Her eyes were black, her grin stretched unnaturally wide. I swear, I thought my heart would stop. I hid under the blanket, whispering verses from the Quran until the call to prayer echoed at dawn. When I looked again, she was gone. She became unpredictable, sometimes normal, sometimes screaming and collapsing. She hated hearing the Quran. Whenever it played on TV, she thrashed violently, her body convulsing. One evening I woke up again. This time she was sitting on the sofa. I asked, "Are you okay?" She shook her head. "No, I have friends downstairs. They're thirsty. I need to give them water." Before the incident, she loved listening to religious lectures. Now she would sit for hours, muttering to herself. She stopped praying, eating halal food, and would lock herself in the bathroom for days, emerging only to drink water and speak in that unknown tongue. On the walls around her, those same weird drawings appeared. One afternoon, I came home and entered through the garage. What I saw froze me in place. The walls were covered in black drawings of twisted faces, wide eyes, gaping mouths. Before I could even scream, my aunt appeared behind me, smiling. "Ashraf, do you like my drawings?" But her voice wasn't hers. The first sheikh gave up, saying her case was too difficult. Another, from MDIQ, agreed to help, but before he arrived, her behavior grew worse. That same night, I woke up to find her standing beside my bed, smiling. Her eyes were black, her grin stretched unnaturally wide. I swear I thought my heart would stop. I hid under the blanket, whispering verses from the Quran until the call to prayer echoed at dawn. When I looked again, she was gone. The second sheikh arrived, carrying a stick of olive wood. He recited powerful verses, striking her lightly as she howled in a deep, monstrous voice that didn't belong to her. The Jinn spoke through her. "I will not leave. I will blind her. I will destroy her." The sheikh continued with firm recitation until finally the entity growled. "Fine, I will leave. But anyone here who is weak, I can take them instead." We all fled the house, trembling while the Quran echoed through the walls. After hours, the sheikh emerged. Exhausted, "He's gone. But keep your prayer strong or he will return." From that day, my aunt returned to normal, but remembered nothing. The family agreed never to tell her, but I was scarred. That summer changed me forever. I realized that Jinn are not stories or curiosity. They are real and dangerous. A year later, I made the mistake of going with my friends to stay in an abandoned villa for fun. The very first night, we saw a figure in white watching us from the rooftop. The tiles cracked by themselves, windows burst open, dishes smashed onto the floor. Still, we laughed nervously, pretending it was just the old house. We gathered the broken glass into a bag so the owners wouldn't notice, but when we stepped out of the kitchen, we froze. Standing in the middle of the living room was my aunt, the same aunt who had been possessed before, but she wasn't supposed to be there. She was never with us in that villa. Her hair hung over her face. Her eyes were nothing but pits of blackness. She didn't blink. She didn't move. She just stared. My friend screamed, "Ashraf, how did she get here?" I stammered, "Aunt, what are you doing here?" She answered in the same monstrous voice I'd heard during the exorcism. "You didn't leave me at home, so I followed you here." The door slammed shut. The windows rattled violently. The wind howled through the villa like a scream. I clutched my phone and shouted Ayat al-Kursi at the top of my lungs. Her body twisted. Her eyes rolled. Her mouth opened unnaturally wide as an inhuman shriek echoed through the house. Then she collapsed, writhing like a serpent, laughing with a sound that froze our bones. Suddenly a foul stench filled the air. The front door flung open by itself. We ran without looking back, locking the villa behind us. Epilogue from that day. I swore never to step into an abandoned place again. Not all curiosity deserves answers because the Jinn are no game. They are real and dangerous. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please hit the like button and subscribe for more terrifying tales. Also, don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences below. Who knows, you might just become part of someone else's story. Until then, take care and remember, some things are best left unknown.